My dear students, how are you? I hope all are fine and safe in your home. In ninth standard chemistry, today we are going to discuss about acids. Let's go. What are the subtopics we are going to discuss today classes in acids? The first we are going to know about definition of acid. The second subtopic is sources of acids. Then ions formed by acids. The next important subtopic of this lesson is classification of acids. Another important one is properties of acids. Let's go one by one in very detail. Before going to definition of acids, I ask one question to you, because that you know already. You have studied this in your lower classes, especially in 7th, 8th standard. I ask the questions. Name the fluid that segregated in our stomach, that's very useful for our digestion. Can you name the acid? Yes, hydrochloric acid. I am going to write some of the material how useful to you, that's very essential for our daily diet. Then through that we are going to definition for an acid. The materials are fruit juices, curd, vinegar. Some of the items I am going to write. So these materials are similar in one property, especially in taste. What is the taste of this material? Yes, the taste of these materials. What is the taste? Sour in taste. These materials are sour in taste. The material which are sour taste, such a materials are called acids. Especially the acid is a substance which present in these materials. So that things which is going to be called acids. What is sour taste substance, especially called acids? Let's go the definition of an acid. The word acid is derived from Latin name acidus. The word acid is derived from Latin name acidus, which means sour taste. So the material or the substance which are in sour taste, that substance are made up of, especially in acids. So that the acid is the term is derived from the Latin name acidus. The meaning of acidus is sour taste. Let's go the definition of an acid in very detail. In 1884, one of the Swedish chemist Arrhenius, he given the theory on acids. According to Arrhenius theory, the substance which furnishes hydrogen ion, that means the substance which gives hydrogen ion when dissolved in aqueous solution, such a substance are called acids. What is that? The substance which gives hydrogen ion. Substances which gives hydrogen ion, that should be written as H plus. H plus represent hydrogen ion. The substance which gives hydrogen ion in aqueous solution, which is dissolved in aqueous solution, such substances are called acids. This is the clear definition is given by Arrhenius in 1884 in his theory. Let's go the examples for this. We take example, when hydrogen chloride gas is dissolved in water. What is that? What is the formula of hydrogen chloride? Good. HCl. When hydrogen chloride dissolved in water, that gives hydrogen ion H plus plus Cl minus ion. When hydrogen chloride gas dissolved in water, that gives H plus and Cl minus ion. That is, this ion is called hydrogen ion. Then this ion is called chloride ion. So the substance which contains hydrogen ions, such a substance are called, or such a substance are made up of acids. This is the definition given by Arrhenius, a famous scientist. Let's go. The hydrogen separated from the hydrochloric acid, that is in hydrogen chloride, it is not possible in the absence of water. It is only possible in the presence of water. Hydrogen can be separated from hydrogen chloride. So what is the meaning of that? This is when a water we have to take this to be added with hydrogen chloride. This is gives us H3O plus, that means hydronium ion, H3O plus Cl minus. So the presence of hydrogen ion, it is combined with the water, it forms as hydronium ion. That means H plus H2O gives hydronium, this ion will be given. So in the absence of water, there is no separation of hydrogen. Only it is possible in the presence of water. So in the presence of water, hydrogen chloride dissolves, that gives hydronium ion. Next subtopic we go, sources of acid. The first sources, this is the substance. So what is the acid present in this? So the apple, that it is also you know in your lower classes, you may know. The apple, the acid present in apple is malic acid. What is the acid? Malic acid. Malic acid present in apple. The lemon contains citric acid. So this is especially called citrus fruit. Citrus fruits contains citric acid. Orange contains ascorbic acid. What is the name of acid? Ascorbic acid. Grapes contain tartaric acid. Then curd contains curd, and whatever the milk product that contains lactic acid. What is that acid? Lactic acid. Then ant and bee. This is especially red ant and bee, such a organism that contains formic acid. So these are the sources of acid. These acids are organic acid because the acids which are present in organism, that means in living beings, plants and animals. Let's go next subtopics of this lesson. Ions formed by acids. Let's go. There are some tabular column we are going to write now. Acid, name of the acid here, molecular form of the acid, then ions formed in particular acid, the number of replaceable hydrogen. Let's go the examples and everything we fill in this. Acid. First acid, acetic acid. What is molecular form of acetic acid? The molecular form of acetic acid is CH3COOH. The ions formed in acetic acid is, here we have to split into two columns. One is called, there is H plus, and another one is CH3COO minus. H plus and CH3COO minus. This is the ions formed from acetic acid. So number of replaceable hydrogen in acetic acid, there is one hydrogen is replaceable. The number 1 is to be written there. Here next acid is formic acid. What is that? Formic acid. The formula of formic acid is HCOOH. What is that? The formula of formic acid is HCOOH. Ions formed in formic acid is H plus, then HCOO minus. What is that? H plus and HCOO minus. So number of hydrogen ion here in formic, that is also 1. Next we go nitric acid. What is the next name of acid? Nitric acid. The molecular formula of nitric acid is HNO3. What is that? Molecular formula HNO3. This is dissolved, or this is gives us ion H plus and NO3 minus. So number of replaceable hydrogen, only one hydrogen is present here. So next acid we go, there is sulfuric acid. What is the name of acid? Next acid we go, sulfuric acid. The formula of sulfuric acid is H2SO4. What is the formula of sulfuric acid? H2SO4. So replaceable, these ions formed in sulfuric acid is There are two hydrogen. It is gives us 2H plus and SO4 2 minus. What is that? It is split into 2H plus and SO4 2 minus. So number of replaceable hydrogen atom here. There are two hydrogen atom present in this. We go the next acid, that is phosphoric acid. What is the name of acid? Phosphoric acid, PHOS. That is phosphoric acid. The formula, that is molecular formula of phosphoric acid is H3PO4. What is the formula? H3PO4. The ions formed in phosphoric acid is here 3H plus and PO4 3 minus. It is phosphate ion. That is, this is hydrogen ion. So number of replaceable hydrogen in phosphoric acid is 3. Once again we recall ions formed by acid. In acidic acid, number of replaceable hydrogen only 1. In formic acid, how many hydrogen can be replaced? Only 1 hydrogen replaced. In nitric acid, also only 1 hydrogen can be replaced. Sulfuric acid, there are 2 replaceable hydrogen ion present. In phosphoric acid, 3 replaceable hydrogen ion present. Next we are going to discuss about classification of acid. How acids are classified. So based on their first classification is done based on their sources. Second classification based on their basicity. The third classification is done based on their ionization. The last one is based on concentrations. Let's go one by one in very detail. First classification is based on their sources. Based on their sources, acids are classified into two. One is called organic acid. What is that? One is called organic acids. The second classification, that is second type of acid is called inorganic acid. This acid otherwise called mineral acids. So let's go what are called organic acid and what are called inorganic acid. The organic acids are the acid present in plants and animals, that is organism. What is that? The acid present in plants and animals are called organic acid. Example of organic acid, we go in earlier. We have seen some sources of acid, no? In that maximum we have written organic acid only. So what is the name we have to write? HCOOH. This is formic acid. The formic acid present in good ant and bee. Then acetic acid. The acetic acid present in vinegar. So these example of acid are called organic acid. One more example also we can write. So this is COOH twice. This acid also organic acid. This is oxalic acid. So this is an example of organic. What is the meaning of that organic? Acid present in plants and animals. Such acids are called organic acid. The next acid we go. What is the name of next acid? Inorganic acid. The acid prepared from, that is present here, the acid prepared from rocks and minerals. What is that? The acid prepared from rocks and minerals. Such acid are called inorganic acid. Otherwise, this is called mineral acid. The acid prepared from rocks and minerals. For example, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid. These are all called inorganic acid. What are they? Sulfuric, that is H2SO4, HCl is hydrochloric acid, then HNO3 is nitric acid. These are all example of inorganic acid. This is the first classification made based on their sources. Based on their sources, one is organic acid, another one is inorganic acid. The second classification is based on their basicity. What is that? Based on their basicity. The term basicity is used for acid. What is that? The term basicity is used for acid, it refers to number of replaceable hydrogen ion present in aqueous solution. That is called basicity. What is number of replaceable hydrogen ion present in one molecule of an acid is called basicity. Let's go how based on the basicity acids are classified. Based on the basicity acids are classified into monobasic acids. The second one is dibasic acid. The third one is tribasic acid. Based on the basicity, the acids are classified into three types. One is called monobasic acid, second one is called dibasic acid, then third one is called tribasic acid. Let's go. What is monobasic, dibasic and tribasic? The monobasic acids are, the term itself, it is given as clearly mono, it represents only one. What is the definition of this? The acids which is present in only one hydrogen ion, so such acids are called monobasic acids. What is that? Only one hydrogen ion present in one molecule of an acid, such acids are called monobasic acid. While writing example, you could understood very clearly. For example, HCl. This is, you know that only one hydrogen ion, so this acid is example of monobasic. So basicity of hydrochloric acid is 1. You can write another example also. This is HNO3. This is nitric acid. So here in nitric acid also only one nitrogen can be replaced. So this basicity of nitric acid is 1. Next acid we are going to write, it is acetic acid. This is important one you want to be know. You may have some doubt in this. What is the doubt you may arise? No? Sir, in acetic acid there are 4 hydrogen atoms present. You said the number of hydrogen atom present in acid, that is monobasic. But you are writing acetic acid in monobasic. How, sir? You may ask the questions. You may have doubt in this. How no? In this acetic acid, only one hydrogen can be replaced. So that hydrogen, the hydrogen which is linked or attached with the oxygen, no? This hydrogen can be replaced because this bond is weak bond. This easily can be replaced. This to be written as CH3CO minus plus H plus. The hydrogen which is linked, that is which is binded with carbon, no, this is not be replaced. Only one hydrogen can be replaced. So that replaceable hydrogen atom is called basicity. That's what I am telling, the meaning and definition of basicity. Number of replaceable hydrogen atom present in one molecule of an acid is called basicity. Even acetic acid contains 3 hydrogen plus 1, 4 hydrogen atom, only one can be replaceable. So this is a monobasic acid. We go, the next type of acid is dibasic acid. The term di, it is refers to there are 2 replaceable hydrogen atom present. What is that? It is in acids. There are 2 replaceable hydrogen atom present. Such acids are called dibasic. Example, this is H2SO4 is formula of sulfuric acid, and even H2CO3 is formula of carbonic acid. This is present in aerated drinks. So sulfuric acid and this is carbonic acid. These 2 acids are contained 2 hydrogen atom. These 2 hydrogen atom can be replaceable. These 2 are example of dibasic acid. Next we go tribasic acid. The acid which is present in 3 replaceable hydrogen atom. What is the acid which contains 3 replaceable hydrogen atom? Such acids are called tribasic acid. What is that? Basicity of such acids are 3. The example is H3PO4. This is 3. H3PO4. In this, in phosphoric acid, this is especially orthophosphoric acid. In orthophosphoric acid, There are three hydrogens are present. These three hydrogen can be replaceable. So this is example for tribasic acid. One more you want to be understood here. This is H3PO3. The formula of phosphoric acid is H3PO4. The formula of this acid is called phosphorus acid. What is that? Phosphorus acid. The formula of phosphorus acid is H3PO3. But I am writing phosphorus acid in dibasic acids, not in tribasic. How? Why no? Even in the phosphorus acid also, contain 3 hydrogen. In the phosphoric acid also contain 3 hydrogen. These 3 can be replaceable. But in the phosphorus acid, no, in these 3 hydrogen, only 2 can be replaceable, 1 cannot be replaceable. How? No? Let's go that structure of phosphorus and phosphoric acid. This is P, center atom. 1, 2, 3, H3PO4. There are 4 oxygen atom, only 1 phosphorus, then 4 hydrogen. This is the structure of phosphoric acid. So in phosphoric acid, these 3 hydrogen can be replaceable. So that's why the phosphoric acid is written in tribasic acid. Let's go the structure of phosphorus acid. The phosphorus is present in center. There are 2 double bond of oxygen. Here there is one oxygen with hydrogen. There is oxygen with hydrogen. There is a hydrogen atom. In this is structure of phosphorus acid, H3PO3. In these 3 hydrogen, the hydrogen which is attached with the oxygen, this can be replaceable. Even this hydrogen also can be replaceable. Then this hydrogen, no, this is directly attached with the phosphorus. This want to be replaced or want to be take out from this. We should give the more energy, supply of more energy only. This is possible. So that this is not possible to remove hydrogen from phosphorus because that bond is very strong. So that's why these 2 hydrogen atoms can be easily replaceable. So the phosphorus acid basicity is 2. What is that? The basicity of phosphorus acid is 2. This we have studied very clearly. Next, based on ionization. Based on ionization, acids are classified into 2. One are called strong acids, another one is called weak acids. What are? Based on their ionization, the acids are classified into 2 categories. One is strong, another one is weak. Let's go. What are called strong acids and what are called weak acids? The acids which are ionized completely in water, such acids are called strong acid. What is? Complete ionization. Complete ionization. Ionization takes place when acid dissolved in water. When the acid dissolved in water, that takes completely. Such acids are called strong acids. Example of strong acids: inorganic acids are strong acids. Example: there is a sulfuric and hydrochloric acid. Even nitric acid also strong. So these 3 acids are very strong acids because this can be ionized completely in water. This gives completely hydrogen ion when dissolved in water. These acids are strong acids. What are weak acids? The acids which are partially ionization into water. What is that? Partially ionized into water. The partial ionization takes place when acid dissolved in water. Such acids are called weak acids. Example of weak acids: all organic acids are weak. Example: formic acid, HCOH is formic. Then this acetic acid, this also a formic acid. when these acids are dissolved in water, these acids partially dissolve, partially gives hydrogen ion. So remains, it the nature remains of that it is acid only. Such acids are called weak acids. One more thing you want to understand here, H2CO3, this is carbonic acid. Carbonic acid even inorganic acid only. But I am writing carbonic acid in weak acids. Only one inorganic acid, that inorganic acid is weak acid, such acid is carbonic acid. So carbonic acid dissolved in water, this ionize partially. That's why this acid is used to manufacture aerated drinks, that is Coke, Pepsi, such a things or such a drinks which are present carbonic acid. This is used to manufacture. So because of that weak acids, that's why it is used to manufacture. It gives there's effervescence, that is because of that it gives liberation of carbon dioxide gas, that you know that when that aerated drinks are open out. When you are opening that soda or something, you may observe there are one effervescence gas comes from that. Such a, what is that gas? No, that gas is carbon dioxide gas. Let's go that we are going to in last our properties of acids that we going to discuss in very clearly. So this is a weak acid which is present in, this comes under in weak acid table, but this is inorganic acid. This is that classification based on ionization. Based on ionization, acids are classified into strong acid and weak acids. Next classification is based on concentration. Next classification of acid, it is based on concentration. Based on concentration, acids are classified into two categories. One is called concentrated acid. What is that? Concentrated acid. Another one is called dilute acids. Dilute acid. What is the meaning of concentrated dilute acid? A concentrated acid is an acid which relatively high amount of acid is present when dissolved in water. That means when dissolved in solvent, it is relatively high amount of acid. Such acids are concentrated acid. The percentage of acid is present in higher, that means solute present in higher, the solvent present in lesser. When acid dissolved in water, no, water amount is lesser amount, acid amount is higher, such acid is called concentrated acid. Next acid is we go dilute acid. So this is opposite of concentrated, it is dilute. It is lesser amount of, when we are comparing the concentration, the acid amount is lesser, the concentration of acid is lesser. Which is higher? Concentration of acid is lesser means the amount of water is higher, no, that is the water concentration is higher, acid concentration is lesser, such acid is called dilute acid. So this classification is based on concentration, that means amount of acid is present. High amount of acid is present, such acid is called concentrated acid. Less amount of acid is present, such acid is called dilute acid. Properties of acid. There are even physical and chemical properties, both are mixed in this. The first property of an acid is they have sour taste. This is physical property. The taste of acid is sour in taste, sour taste. Their aqueous solutions conduct electricity. This is a second property, conduct electricity, because this furnaces ions, no, that's why it conduct electricity easily. So that batteries, whatever that materials, that electrical appliances that are contains acid, that is especially sulfuric acid, so it conduct electricity very easily. So this is a second property of an acid. Third one is it turns blue litmus blue litmus to red. This is the identification of an acid. How acids are identified? Even though acids are colorless, we cannot be, by tasting the acid we cannot be identified, because strong acids also is given. Even sulfuric and hydrochloric nitric acids are very strong. By tasting it cannot be observed. Only organic acid can be identified by tasting. By the time there are some indicators are help us to identify the acids. Such indicators are litmus paper. There are the two color of litmus paper is available in laboratory. When the blue litmus paper dipped in acidic solution, that blue litmus paper turns red in color. So blue litmus turns red color. We could identify, we could see easily such a substance, the acid is present. Even there are other indicators also is there. We can take another indicator, phenolphthalein. When phenolphthalein is added into acid, that entire solution will be colorless. What is that? When phenolphthalein added into acidic solution, the solution will be colorless. So such indicators are help us to identify the acid. So one more indicator also is there, that is methyl orange. When methyl orange is added into acid, whatever the solution is colorless. Before addition of methyl orange, acidic solution is colorless. When methyl orange is added into acidic solution, that turns orange, that is red orange color. What is that? It may be some concentration or some strong acids turns pink color also. Pink, red or orange. Such a color will be observed. What is that? Colorless acidic. When the methyl orange drop is added into that solution will become orange or red or pink color. Such acids, such indication gives us such a substance is present in acids. This is identification of acid. This is also comes under the properties. Next we go that there are some chemical properties are present. What is that? First property is when acid is mixed with, that is acid react with metals, reaction of acid with metals. When acid is react with zinc, for this we can perform an activity also. We take 20 ml of hydrochloric acid. In that we put zinc granules. By observing that there are bubbles are comes out. After adding that zinc granules, we could observe there are bubbles are comes out. I will show you when you are coming to the class. That means regular classes are reopened. By that time I show you. I'm just I'm bringing you to the laboratory. I will show you all these chemical properties of an acid. Later I will show you. When zinc granules added to hydrochloric acid, we could observe there are bubbles comes from it. By that time when we are going to, that is when we are take stick, match stick, when we are go very near to that bubbles, it goes off. That means it is become, the solution will become zinc chloride. That is the gas which is evaporated. Such gas is called hydrogen gas. What is that? That flames will be go off, no? Because of that it produces or liberated hydrogen gas, so that the flames will be goes off. What is that? When zinc is mixed with, zinc is react with hydrochloric acid, that produces zinc chloride and hydrogen gas is liberation. By balancing that, there are 2 moles of hydrochloric acid, 1 mole of zinc, that to be zinc chloride salt is present. This is the first property, chemical property of an acid. C1, we can take another example also. When magnesium mixed with sulfuric acid, even this is also present, it forms magnesium sulfate salt, it liberates hydrogen gas. What is that? When magnesium react with sulfuric acid, that forms magnesium sulfate salt, then it liberates hydrogen gas. This is a common property. We can give commonly. When metal react with acid, what is the gas is produced? The hydrogen gas is produced. This should be understood clearly. When acid react with metal carbonate and metal bicarbonate. Reaction of acid with metal carbonate and metal bicarbonate. We take the acid, we take hydrochloric acid. This is react with metal carbonate. We take metal carbonate, it is sodium carbonate. This is called washing soda. The commercial name of sodium carbonate is washing soda. When washing soda is mixed with hydrochloric acid, this produces sodium chloride. It is a salt. In additionally, we could observe there is brisk effervescence gas. I should already know that brisk effervescence gas, that is by evolution of carbon dioxide gas, then there is another byproduct is obtained in this water. What is that? Sodium carbonate is mixed with hydrochloric acid that forms sodium chloride. There is important gas. It is to be evolved from this reaction. Such gas is called carbon dioxide gas, then water. This is reaction of metal carbonate with acid. We go reaction of metal bicarbonate with acid. Metal bicarbonate is sodium bicarbonate. This is called baking soda. Sodium bicarbonate reaction with hydrochloric acid. This gives the same salt is obtained. Given the same byproduct, carbon dioxide gas is evolved, then additionally water is the byproduct. Even in this also, carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Such a reaction is called how acid is reacted with sodium bicarbonate, that is metal that is it is otherwise called hydrogen carbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate. So there we could observe carbon dioxide gas is evolved. This is that property or chemical properties of acid. One more chemical properties of acid is when acid is react with that is metal oxide, that is metallic oxide. When acid is react with metallic oxide, that is calcium oxide. Calcium is metal, with oxygen it is metallic oxide. When metallic oxide mixed with acid, that forms calcium chloride. Then that is additionally it will be called water is the byproduct. That is it is 2 moles of HCl. It is CaCl2, calcium chloride salt, water. The nature of metallic oxide is basic in nature. Basic nature. This acid. When base is reacted with acid, that forms salt and water. Such a reaction is called neutralization reaction. What is that? Base react with acid. It gives salt and water. Such reaction is called neutralization reaction. This is also neutralization reaction. This is also another property which is we have discussed. The last property, how acids react with base. We take base, it is sodium hydroxide. When sodium hydroxide react with hydrochloric acid, that forms sodium chloride and water. This neutralization takes place complete. So it is complete neutralization takes place here. When base is reactive with acid, it forms salt and water. Such a reaction are called neutralization reactions. So far we have discussed acid, definition of acid, properties of acid and classification of acid we have discussed. If you have any doubt, just you call me and you can clarify your doubt. In these acids, you write classification and properties. So there some of the formulas and equations are there, no? That you have to be practiced very clearly. Then only this will be helpful when you are coming to your regular classes. So don't skip the videos. You watch entire videos. This will be very helpful because our correspondents are giving you a wonderful opportunity. So don't waste this opportunity. You use to learn the subject. When you are touch with the subject, when you are keeping on touch with the subject, this will be very helpful. So don't waste your time. You watch entire videos. This will be very useful. Thank you.